St. Omens has a rich history in jazz and sports. Many great artists have called this home. Billie Holiday, Lena Horne, Ella Fitzgerald, John Coltrane, Judge Hinton, Brooke Benton, James Brown, and Count Basie. There are some sports figures that happen to actually reside here too. That includes Roy Campanella, Tommy Hurricane Jackson, and of course Jackie Robinson. Now, the part I actually live in is actually split from the rest of St. Albans. It's split by the Jamaica Industrial Park, which is a set of factories that now currently sits where dozens of acres of old farmland used to be. My father used to tell me that it used to be there before I was born or when I was born, but I really can't remember. But all this area was literally all farmland and was all pretty much white-owned area. In the 1960s, around so, people started moving in from the south to here, to St. Albans. So it was a mix of white and Southern African Americans that actually moved in. Now it's more West Indian populated, but I'm starting to see more Hispanic population actually move in, which is at one time, atop this rock stood a World War II monument dedicated to the white soldiers of World War II. The problem was it was during the surge of black people that actually came and moved in. They ripped down the statue and repainted the white Afrocentric colors. Community board meeting, and it's closed, and there's no one here. The lights are on though, but there's no one in the actual meeting area. The NAACP branch of St. Albans happens to be across from a bunch of multi-cultural centers. The IGBO Multicultural Center is on the corner, and it consists of the Community Center, which is near the Jesuit Center and the Christian Supply Center. This happens to be a slightly outside of the neighborhood, but it's very close by because where we're split, but this is the World War II Memorial for the veterans from World War II that lived in the area. The U.S. Naval Hospital was constructed in 1950. It was a hospital built for the veterans that came home from war. Problem is there was a lot of land that they owned. It was not maintained well. It was actually pre-Roy Wilkins Park before that park actually became what it is today. The buildings that they occupied were run down and probably looked like modern day Detroit, but they were completely knocked down and taken over by the South Queens Park Association. Before the South Queens Park Association took all this land over, it was all old naval hospital buildings, which completely were just decrepit. They were vandalized often. They didn't keep anything. The actual part right here, this is where the farm work program works for the York College High School program. So they come for a work study program, and then they're able to grow their crops and learn how to maintain them and pretty much become farmers. Without the Southern Queens Parks Association, this park would have never been built. The Roy Wilkins Park was a community project taken over from the actual city government to maintain and create the programs you have today, the recreational programs, the work-study programs. It took a lot of the community, it took a lot of community leaders, because it was purchased from the federal government to build, and the city didn't have the funds at the time in the 70s to fund the program.